How to know if she's a low-value woman. In this video, we're going to take a look at how to know if she's a low-value woman. Women add a touch of class to our lives. Their beauty, their inner strength, and kindness radiates in their being. A relationship or a family is incomplete without the presence of a woman, but only if that woman is of high value. A low-value woman, on the other hand, might mess up your life and family. But how can we identify if the woman is of low value? We'll take a look at that shortly. But before we do, we'd like to tell you that we make these videos for free. In order to show some support to our channel, hit the subscribe button. If you hit the notification button, you won't be missing out on any new videos we make. And don't forget to like the video too, if you find them interesting. You can find many low-value women clinging on to men with low self-esteem. This is one common trait. No person who has worth would ever be in serious relationships with a low-value woman, because she won't enrich the life of her partner as much as perhaps a high-value woman would. But how do we identify a low-value woman? Let's get right into it. Number 1, she is classless. One of the primary traits of a low-value woman is that she has no class. Well, class is something that is pretty hard to pin down. It's more of an instinctive thing we have and doesn't point to a specific set of criteria. One might as well define a classy person by instinct, which manifests itself in a myriad of ways. One of them is the way a person dresses and whether they're comfortable with it. You might see a person who regularly dons an outfit which might be unreasonable with the occasion, and the person dressing up knows that. Class might also be defined by the way that people talk to each other, which brings us to number 2. She is a bad communicator. Communication is the key to a healthy relationship, whether it be in the way that two people talk with one another or how partners behave when they're introduced to their friends or family. It may even stretch to how people behave when they encounter people for the first time, for example, during chance encounters. A low-value woman is seldom funny. Her humor borders on the edge of bitterness, and her supposed jokes fall flat during conversations. You might as well hear them squealing and squeaking in high-pitched tones while they're getting their point across. It's often cringy introducing them to your friends because you already know that you'll be embarrassed at one time or another when they talk to someone. Number 3, she's either too shy or too cocky. We have already seen that the people who are in harmony with themselves, like the high-class women that is, have a confidence that is often unmatchable. This confidence never comes across as cocky, nor does it come across as something lacking in value. But this is not really the case with a low-value woman. She is the epitome of someone who is either too cocky. For example, they might brag about the way they dress up all the time. They might be so low in self-confidence, where their demeanor borders on the edge of self-pity, or they're too self-conscious. This might often be because they find themselves too insecure. Everybody can be insecure in their lives from time to time, but if the insecurity weighs down too heavily on a person, their confidence can be dented. Number 4, she can't help you become better. One of the things that a low-value woman does is drag you down to their level. If she is someone suffering from narcissism, she'll estrange you from your friends and family. This will debase you, and your confidence in your own abilities will often waver as much as hers. In a letter to his love, Snezhana Hristova, Captain Mark Daly once famously said that his desire to save the world was just an extension to make the world fit for her. Only a high-value woman can inspire you in such ways to become a better version of yourself. A low-value woman can't help you reach the heights that you are capable of reaching. There are many successful people, ranging from Indian cricketing god Sachin Tendulkar to other business personalities who ascribe the successes they've had to the women they loved. And these women are never low-valued. Number 5, she's dogmatic. One of the things we often appreciate in a person is their humility. Socrates remarked that the only true knowledge is to know how little we know. In the face of that, it is often painful to listen to people who are too sure of everything. And that is how a low-value woman acts. She feels that she is often right. When in a relationship with her, a low-value woman will tell you that she knows best for you. She can choose the people you can hang out with, the right clothing for you at all times, and how to behave with other people and everything in between. This makes you painfully self-aware at all times and makes you just as insecure as she is. Further, she can be very bossy as a result. No person whose value is high would try to boss you around because they realize that life comes with a series of mistakes, which is the only way to learn. Number 6. She does not have maturity and stability. One of the things that we enjoy about people who are really good is that their talks and behavior reflect a sense of maturity and stability. Some of the mistakes they have made make them really mature. They're thoughtful while making life choices, for example, who to hang out with or how to spend their free time productively. But a low-value woman would rather pine about their past wrongdoings all the time. This makes them horribly weak and boring. They don't learn from their mistakes either and tend to repeat the same wrongs again and again. And if you're in their lives, you'll feel that you're always in the hang of the same old mistakes all the time. And we want to have new challenges in our lives, learn to solve a fresher problem, and move on to new horizons. You'll feel the opposite of this happening when you're with a low-value woman. Number 7. Empathy is not their strong suit. Who needs sympathy when you can have empathy? After all, it is only the empathic things that we crave for. A person to know the pain that we feel. And not just to think about your pain and be too intellectual with it, or be pitiful about the matter. A low-value woman will have trouble empathizing with you. She'll be sympathetic, all right, but she'll always give you the impression that she's somehow alien to your suffering. When you share a problem with her, she'll immediately tell you that she knows better. You might as well understand that the low-value woman will feel better about themselves knowing that you are in trouble, and there's a part of her taking delight in the fact that your life is full of trouble. Number 8. It's too difficult to love them. Love is something that, though not always blind, can be guided by senses beyond the ordinary. It's something that happens on its own, and you flow into it quite naturally. On the other hand, with a low-value woman, love gets rougher and rougher with time, and it can be almost impossible to love them. You might feel that she's clinging to you too tightly. You can also get this impression that with time, you have found that the depths of a person's soul is almost absent in her. You can also feel that every outing with your family or friends ends up as a facade when she's there. And the love or relationship with her is not quite flowing, but that you're dragging it. You are loving them more with your mind rather than the unity of the mind and the heart. What other traits have you seen in a low-value woman? Let us know in the comments below. And which of the above traits do you find unbearable in a low-value woman? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. It is your support that ensures that these videos come to you for free. We'll take a look at other qualities of a low-value woman in the videos to come, but for now, you can take a look at the video on the screen.